Morning, this is Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. It's wet and freezing rain out today. It's supposed to rain for the next 3 days straight, and we're supposed to have flash flooding, which means I won't be able to actually drive anywhere or come and go. I'm stuck because when the ground gets super saturated and all the water starts running down the hillsides, I get stranded. So everything gets all muddy and sloppy, and then it takes a day to firm up. So I'm sort of stuck here at the off-grid homestead. Won't be able to really come or go, I think. I highly doubt it, because the ground is really soft and wet already, and I won't get flash flooding. I just get basically rained in. The ground gets too soft for me to drive on. Even with the truck, all I'll do is make a mess if I try to drive on it. So at least I'm on higher ground. The water rushes down the hillside and then keeps on going towards the swamplands below, and then further on down to the creek. But others are going to get severe flooding, they're saying, because it's been raining so much recently. And that's not good for them anyway. My water tank, my 275-gallon water tank, is topped off, and if there is a pause in the rain, I want to go out and fill up the chicken water tank if the valve isn't frozen solid, because the valve was frozen up solid yesterday, or I'd have done it already. I couldn't get any water out. Last year I dumped my water tank, I think at the end of October, beginning of November. No, it was in November I dumped my water tank for the winter because it was freezing on me. This year we've had some 40-degree days, so I still haven't dumped it. I'm going to see how far I can get through winter without dumping it. But anyway, I will not be able to continue on with using the wood outside, my barn wood, because it's sopping wet now, unless I cut it outdoors and bring it in and let it dry before I use it. I might try that, see what I can do, because I really want to get the shelves up now. You probably can't see. You can sort of see. Camera amplifies the light. I want to put shelving up on these walls today. I'm hoping that I can. And over here, I got the idea. I'll show you that hopefully in better light one day. I got the idea that looks like it's just screaming for coat hooks. So I'm going to put one right here, right about this level, and put coat hooks on it, and keep my hats and gloves up on top. That's just asking for coat hooks. So that's what I'll do. So hopefully, if there is a pause in the rain, I'm going to get out there and try to take care of things. Now, I do have rain gear, yes, but I don't want to work around wood with nails in it with my good rain gear and accidentally rip it. So I try to wait for a pause in the rain before I go and do that. Anyway, let's see what it does. But other than that, I've got some indoor projects. Another thing, I've got to wait for a pause in the rain so I can bring in my 2x2s that are under tarp outside. And hopefully I'll be able to get them inside and work on the storage under the stairway. Well, it is raining hard. Again, as I said, I'm sort of stranded. I canceled all appointments with the propane guy. And I also had the internet guy did make it out here, but he said he had a terrible time. He didn't think he was going to make it through the mud. Fixed my internet issue. The box had corroded. Anyway, it's raining hard. It's raining really hard, and people are having flash flooding in the neighborhood, in the area. I haven't been out, and I'm not going to get out. Not even my chickens are out to beg for food right now. You know it's bad when the chickens are not begging for food. They're not even out under the chicken coop. They're in the chicken tractor, in the shelters. You know it's bad when the birds are in. What a mess. Anyway, I've been working on the computer. Got 2 videos live today, answering some comments. I'm back to work at the Off-Grid Project. and the tiny house full blast, but I just had a lot of work to catch up on the computer. Owning a YouTube channel requires study, maintenance, and upkeep. So some people might argue that, but if they're arguing that, then they're not paying attention to the details. And there's been a lot of changes on YouTube recently, a lot of things added, a lot of updates, and they even have schooling classes if you want to improve your channel. So today is pretty much indoor work. I am gonna, if there ever is a break in the rain, I want to run outside and uncover my wood pile, my lumber, and bring it inside. But I haven't had a break in the rain yet, so it's actually getting worse. Wow. We'll see how it goes. Forgive me, but today there won't be much video again. It's pretty dark inside. I'm working on videos, so that's why there's not a lot of video today. I'm working on videos and comments. I had taken a few days break to clear my head. I am back to work, full blast, but I've got a lot of video work to catch up on, so today there won't be a lot of video camera work, because I'm just pretty much working on the computer. I've got an hour of video to process from yesterday, which will take me about 6 or 8 hours to get online. So that'll keep me busy a little while. And it's getting dark soon. The rain has finally held off or backed off, so I might go out and grab some boards in real quick before it comes in full blast again. My only fear is that they're ice cold outside and that they might warp in here and start to dry out as well. But it's going to rain again tomorrow and then the next day, so I need to get it. I'll probably bring some in here just to have it in so I can use it, and then start working on the framing under the stairwell. Finally, after days of saying I'm going to do it. Good afternoon, this is Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. Just taking you out as it gets dark. It's only just after 4 p.m. I think. Got the little baby generator running inside the RV porch for now because it's still raining right now, and I've got no power in the house. Oh no! Oh, that's the wind turbine from, or the blade from the wind turbine above my RV. That's that little tiny guy I got last year. The winds are so intense. Oh, it took the nut off. The winds are so intense today. That's that little wind turbine that I was using on top of the RV up there. Well, I hope that's just a screw-on shaft. It looks like what happened is the wind was coming from the backside and unscrewed the nut. But anyway, the Baby Harbor freight generator is in the porch to keep it dry. I couldn't figure out any other place to put it for now. And over here I'm filling up 5-gallon buckets of water because the water tank is filled to the top and my water keeps freezing. In the mornings the valve will freeze solid and I don't have any water, and on a colder day like it's going to be in the next 2 days, I won't have any access to 275 gallons of water sitting here. This thing filled up today, and I need access to water because the chickens need water. I need water for bathing and for cooking and for. I'm going through 2 gallons of water a day on top of the wood stove. Sorry, I'm a little bit cold. I'm shivering because my hands are all sopping wet, and everything's wet actually. I'm going through 2 gallons of water a day on top of the wood stove as to keep humidity and moisture inside. So anyway, I'm collecting as much as I can get here right now, and that's what these two are. Oops, sorry. I need 2 hands to do this. So these 2 jugs here are for that, and those are going in the house. And these 2 5-gallon buckets will be for the chickens for the next couple days because it's going to get really cold, and that'll give me something at least to use. Now the chickens stopped laying eggs, and last night the eggs that were in there froze. So it looks like they stopped, and because I only had a couple eggs, and they're froze and burst. They split in half, so there's no more eggs. Had a good run with them, but they're done. So that's it. Anyway, hold my camera with two hands here. It is cold, it is wet, and I am soaking wet, but I gotta get this stuff done. Oh, I just finished cutting wood. I'm running out of sources of firewood to keep the blah. Now my lips are getting cold. I'm running out of sources of firewood to heat that tiny house with. So I did have some oak pieces of pallet wood out under that blue tarp out in the meadow there. And I took my circular saw and I was cutting that, and I took it inside to see if I can help maintain the temperature inside the tiny house and not lose everything I've gained, because once everything inside, it's not just the air in the house, but it's every item in the house would have to be reheated, and that takes time. It's not just a matter of starting the wood stove and happiness and warmth. It takes time to reheat everything. So I like to maintain it. Not to mention the fact that it's now my food storage cellar, and it's mouse proof, bug proof, and whatever proof. So hopefully I can preserve my foods and keep it in there from keep it from getting ruined. Well, my camera's getting wet, so I will say sign off for now and continue getting some water for the next few days. Actually, I decided to leave the nozzle of that in the bucket, and I'm going to take my 2 jugs of moisturizing water for the air. That's what I use for humidity, and I'm going to take them inside the tiny house. It's getting darker quick, and that'll be my that'll go on the wood stove for the next 24 hours to provide the to keep the humidity up. Now I've maintained it between 23 and 30 for the last few days, but it's also 70 and 80% humidity outside, so that makes a difference. One thing I'd like to mention, I had some refrigerated foods on the porch, and I was keeping my refrigerated foods out here for cold food storage, an easy, convenient reach. And I wasn't thinking of predators because I've been keeping my food outside for a month now, roughly. I haven't used the propane fridge out back at all in about a month. And last night, all of my cold food has vanished. It is gone. Most likely raccoons. There's not a trace of it, not a trace of the packaging or anything. It's gone. A bear would have probably ripped it up right here, so I'm pretty sure, well, bears are most likely asleep right now, hibernating. So all I've got left is my tiny bit of milk and whatever canned foods and crackers and stuff I have inside, because I won't be getting out of here until it dries up. It's a bummer that my cold food storage got swiped by some critter. I have the Little Harbor Freight generator running, and the battery charger, the big battery charger, on automatic mode at 20 amps. So I don't know exactly what that means. It's showing a 50%, 57% charge status. And I haven't really, well, there was only 6 amps coming, or 6 watts coming in from solar today. So I didn't do a lot. I didn't have any lights on or anything. All I did is ran my computer from time to time and charged up the battery as needed a couple times. The charge controller is not happy, of course, because there hasn't been enough power coming in. But I've got that running. It's on automatic, so that'll also counter any current I'm drawing up to 20 amps and put it into the batteries and help condition them, hopefully. So I'll leave that running. Now, the Harbor Freight generator has been amazingly efficient. I ran that for about 5 or 6 hours yesterday, and it still had 1/3 of a tank of gas when I went out to it just a little bit ago. That's quite impressive. Quite impressive. Now, I just topped off the tank before starting this up, so I'm impressed though. Just changing that head gasket changed the compression. It actually reduced compression and increased gas mileage, fuel efficiency, which is surprising. I just gave 2 to 3 quarts of oil on my rustic beam. I say 2 to 3 because I put 3 coats on the side facing the wood stove and 2 coats on the other sides. It's looking good, but it's hard to show in the dark. I can't wait to get a sunny day here to show this. I love it. I love it a lot. And I put up my military awards on the bookshelf. Got a couple books up there already. Moving into the tiny house on wheels, making it look like a home eventually, slowly, bit by bit. Still a construction zone, it's not a home yet, but I'm unpacking my gear and setting it up. Because no matter what, wherever I go, this home will go. And my stuff will never have to be packed in boxes again. Lazy butt. You know I'm talking to you, don't you? Hey. Psst, psst. Say hi. She was out of it totally. It's a little bit warm in here, so knocked her out.